Here for the first exercise, we're doing an incline barbell bench. A lot of people say to stop the bar a few inches from touching your chest because it'll put a little too much pressure on your shoulders, but I think to get optimum results, you need to touch the chest and get that full stretch. I did about 8 reps for 5 sets, but I only showed the 5 reps for this last set. Next is incline dumbbell flies. I think it's essential to do any sort of flies. It really stretches out and works all parts of the chest. Some tips are to slightly bend your elbows in order to provide some support, and give an inward angle of the dumbbells with your grip for maximized squeeze. Try to keep the dumbbells from touching at the peak of the movement by allowing a few inches apart in order to sustain that tension. I did 2 sets of 12 and a last set of 8 as you see here. Next exercise is close grip bench press. I think this is really good because it keeps your elbows in and really takes pressure off your shoulders and more in your chest. Something I need to work on is pinching my back a little bit more because it helps isolate and push the movement when you keep everything tight. I did about 3 sets of 10, but if I'm starting off with flat bench press instead of incline barbell, then I'll do high sets and low reps. So yeah, the next exercise is decline bench press. A lot of people tend to skip this exercise. I used to, but started getting into high volume exercises and doing high sets and low reps for this during my cutting program this past summer. I think this is an essential staple to any chest workout in order to get the perfect under the shelf of the chest. I did about 8 sets and 4 sets and 8 reps. But this is the shoulder. Next to the first shoulder exercise is shoulder press. I alternate this with standing and sitting down. Most of my past shoulder workouts I've been doing standing barbell military press, and I think this takes a lot of pressure off the lower back. So I did about 12 reps for 5 sets. And here's a second exercise. It's cable shoulder lateral raises. You want to put your feet together to the root of the cables and then have all your weight momentum away from the cables for isolation. And it really gets the front of your deltoids. I did about good amount, I think it was 8 solid reps for 5 sets each arm. And you want to sort of have a straight arm raise when you're doing the isolated movement. So I think this is pretty good for shoulders. And then for the last exercise, I did barbell shoulder shrugs. This exercise is predominantly meant for shoulder days, but a lot of people, from what I've learned, do it on back days too, because it hit the lower trapezius muscles, which target the upper back, but the movement also hits the upper trapezius muscles near the shoulders. It's one of those exercises you can really do for either day. But for this exercise, you want to keep the barbell brushed against the legs and really pinch your traps on the top like you're about to crack a walnut. All momentum and weight is let down, and then your traps pull all the weight back up. And I did around 12 reps for 5 or 6 sets.
Someone has risen.
What?
How's this workout, Taylor?
It hurts.
I bet. Good shit. For the next tricep exercise, I went ahead and picked an exercise that really focuses on the upper and outer heads of the tricep. You want to position yourself into a 75-degree angle that keeps your back still flat and your elbows tucked in and shoulders back. You want to keep this position intact, isolate the tricep muscles with the weight, keep the wrists straight, and have the hands positioned above the V-bar. And I repped at about 15 reps for 5 sets, so it's pretty good. For the last exercise of triceps and the whole workout, I did pretty good flat bench skull crushers. Went pretty high volume for this. I did about 2 sets of 25 reps. Put about 20 pounds on each side. Just repping it out. A lot of people will touch the bar on their forehead, but I feel like it's more of a stretch to keep the elbows at a 90-degree angle and wrist straight than aim at finishing the movement at the center of your head above the forehead. So I just go for the middle of my head instead of my forehead. And if you're just starting out, this is a really important lift to do when working the arms or trying to improve your bench. So yeah, that's about the end of my workout. Usually my workouts are about an hour and a half. And I actually implement cardio and abs every other day just to keep myself lean. So I hope you guys enjoy this.